Good afternoon, everyone. This is Janice with Vintage Country Crafting. Gonna wait until I see some eyes pop on. I think I always get started a little bit too early. Yeah, there we go. My name is Janice with Vintage Country Crafting. And I'd like to welcome everyone to my portion of day 2 of Treasure Hunt Crafting Craft War. And first of all, I'd like to thank MJ for having me and Angie for all her wonderful graphics. Hi Yvonne. Yvonne's up after me. She's with the Crafting Gammy community page, and I have her link in my introduction. So we're going to get started. We got an hour, and I'm going to be working on a spring wreath, and apparently I'm going to get caught on my I'm going to get caught on everything. So I've already taken a wire wreath form from the dollar store, and you can get them already manufactured high-end and at Hobby Lobby. I think sometimes Michael's carries them, but I'm not sure. You can get them online. But I didn't want to do that, so I have the wreath form from the Dollar Tree, and I just take the chenille stems, and you can kind of see, well, you probably can't now that I've glued them on there, but there's 4 rows to the wreath form, and I count them 1, 2, 3, 4. So the outside rows are 1 and 2, the inside rows are 3 and 4, and then you have the crossbars here. So I take the chenille stem, and between these two I glue one in the middle, and you don't have to glue it, but that way it doesn't slide. Hi Becky. And then these two I glue a little distance apart on the outer 2 rings, and I don't think they're going to slide. I mean, they're glued on there pretty well, and that way you can kind of make an even distance of how you're putting your loops on. Good afternoon, Karen. Welcome in. And I think that probably that way you can kind of, I didn't have an exact match for the purple that I'm using. And then you just take, because you're gonna open these and add layers to them. So I only twist them maybe once or twice, and then I take another bunch and I move to the next chenille stem, and you can kind of spread those out as you go. And it'll puff out pretty well as you're going around. You can see as I'm pulling, well, let me move it over so you can see a little better. It'll puff out as I'm going around. Hi Pauline. Thank you, Faith. Hi Kelly. How you doing today? Oh, thank you, Yvonne. So I'm new at the wreath making. Is there any softer ribbon that you use in the same width? Not in the same width. This is like they do have like a half size of this, but it's not softer. It's the same mesh type, and I did get some of this to go on the top layer. This is more of like a tulle type, and it's got some bling in there, because one of our required items to use today was mirrors. So I'm gonna add some little mirrors in and bling it up. So I thought that that tool with the bling in it would also bling it up. Hi Brenda. Hi Kim. I mean, and this goes along quite fast. You can attach, I've got some flowers, and you can attach things to it once you get this outside and the inner side ring done. You can attach whatever kind of ribbon you want to that. I'm trying to think if there's any softer. I mean, you could do it a lot of different ways with ribbons. Really whatever you wanted to use. I started watching Melissa with Crafty Max, and she makes a lot of beautiful wreaths, and that's where I've learned a lot of. Oh, I did not turn my notifications off. I'm so sorry. And I bet I can't do that now. So I'm still on the outside loop. And I'm going to open up the first one that I started with because I tucked that underneath. Tuck this one back through. So we don't have a gap there. And then I'm going to start the inside loop. Spread these out. I don't know if you can, I'm hoping you can see. If you can't see, please let me know. And I'll try to move it so that you can see. Okay, so now I'm on the inside loop, and I'm just crossing over. You don't have to cut it off. You just cross over to that inside loop. And you do the same thing. Yeah, and I'm a little afraid to touch it, Yvonne, because I don't want to lose what I'm doing, and I don't know how to turn those notifications off. Usually I don't have any. I don't know how to turn them off in the middle of a video, so I guess that's a bad thing. Hi, Kim. Alright, so I'm back onto the second loop. I'm just following around. So what's everyone up to today? We're getting a little, you hear the little, oh, okay. Okay. We're getting a little bit of snow. I don't know if we were supposed to get like an icy mix, but I'm hoping we didn't get that. I haven't been out yet. I apologize for that. I'll double check next time and make sure. You just got home from watching your two grandsons' basketball games? Oh, there you go. I have to go get groceries when I'm done. Yeah, I was I was afraid if I did it beforehand and I got stuck in the store, I'd really have a problem, so. And it's really not my favorite thing to do either, so that's probably why I put it off. Alright, I'm spreading. I think I've got one one more to go, one more to go on the inside, and then we're set with this color. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, I'm not too far from Rochester. I'm in Batavia. So I'm in between Rochester and Buffalo. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this off. Get rid of that. And then I'm just going to tuck this end down. In between. Fluff this out a little bit more. Mine does a lot of the shopping, which is fine with me. I'm good with that. Okay, so this is the tulle, and I think it said it was, I don't know if it had crystals on it, but it looked kind of blingy. So I thought, oh, that'll work. So, and it appears that there's a front and a back. So I want to make sure I get the right section. And I spun that around. I want to go back to where I started. Okay, so I'm back to my original starting point. Oh, hi, Karen. Yeah, that's nice. Cheektowaga. It's really built up in the last few years. So I'm back to my original starting place. You have to untwist your chenille stem, and you're going to tuck this next layer in, and you just keep going in the same fashion. Get this on this side, that might help a little bit. And you're twisting that in, and you can pull this out, tuck that little tail in from this roll so that that's out of the way. And I'm going to put my bow here anyways, where all the little tails are. And I might not have time when I'm on live, but I will take some hot glue and make sure that those little tails are all tucked in, glued down. Nobody's getting away. Does anybody else got any other plans for this weekend? Oh, I know the Super Bowl's tomorrow, right? And there's a couple of events, I believe. So I think there's day 3 of this, because I don't really watch football, so that'll give me something to do. Tuck that right down in there. And this is fun. We were given a list of hi from Cashiers, North Carolina. Hi, Donna. We were given a list of, I believe it was 5 things. There was a wooden. There was a wire wreath form, ribbon, flowers, greenery, and mirrors. It said mirrors. So, oh, Kim, you're in day 3 tomorrow? Now, and I have plenty of this dark purple left. If you wanted to, you could go around it again to make it even fuller. I'm not going to have, I knew I wasn't going to have time to do that. Thank you, Cindy. Ooh. It's probably not the most fascinating thing to watch me doing this, but it's I was going to try to prep a little bit more, and then I thought, no, I want to show everybody, you know, if you haven't done this type of a wreath before. I did make my bow ahead of time, so that would save a little time. Good morning, Wilma. Thank you for joining. You haven't, Yvonne? It's really fun. I mean, you can get all different kinds of colors of the mesh, and like the ones I've done for, hi Julie, how are you? The ones I've done for Christmas time, you can put, you know, the wire edge ribbon on that's thicker, and Melissa calls those her funky bows, and she attaches those where I'm attaching with each one of these chenille stems, and that really makes it a nice full wreath. And this is the smaller wreath form. You can get a bigger wreath form too, and they're, I mean, when you're done putting 2 or 3 layers on with ribbon, I mean, you've really got a nice looking wreath. I mean, you can use these in the summertime. I mean, I've made summertime ones, I've made fall. You just have to be careful. If it's in the, hi Manny, how are you doing? You do have to be careful of the direct sun, because it'll fade it a little bit. So, and you don't want that to happen. I mean, if you have it on an enclosed porch, mine's going to be, this is going to probably be in my entryway, so. I haven't heard of Lucretia. Okay, I'll have to check her out. I like that name. All right, we've got one more on the outer ring, and then we're going to move back into the center. Let's find the other end of that twist tie. All right, we've got it tucked in there. All right, I'm going to the inside ring. Watching my time. And I do a lot of grapevine wreaths too for the fall. And in the wintertime, I do a lot of the evergreen wreaths. And those are really easy to, actually, I think those are probably my favorites to work with. I know I'm probably missing comments because I've got my head down watching what I'm twisting and untwisting, and I apologize for that. Julie. Oh, yeah, you like purple, Julie. Yes. Thank you. It's a little persnickety, too, as far as the snagging goes. You kind of have to be careful of that. You used willow wreath and made... Ooh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, that's pretty pliable, isn't it? Like a willow branch, Kim? You love working with grapevine wreaths? I do. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, those are my favorite. I do a lot of fall ones with those. And they have, I mean, they have so many different signs. I mean, I don't know. You could attach a sign to this wreath. All you have to do is take one of those, like the wooden signs, staple on a couple of chenille stems. I mean, you've got your metal bars to tie the chenille stems to, and off you go. If you have one of those metal signs, you can use they're like a jewelry, I'm not sure exactly what you call it, but it's a jewelry tool that it'll punch little tiny holes, and you can feed your chenille stem up through the hole and then tie it to the metal wreath form, and that way you can add, you can add a sign, and they have so many different signs. You could add a saying in the middle of it. There's a lot of different possibilities. And I keep getting caught on my shirt. There we go. All right, so we're going to cut this end off. Get rid of that. Turn on my glue gun. We're going to tuck this end in. Okay. So I like purple, but I also like pink. And I thought that they kind of looked springy. And that's what I'm going for. Yes, you can use cable mounts. Yes. Yep, you can do that too. I've not tried that way, but yes, you can do that. Okay, so let me straighten these out a little bit before we get into... Oh, Cindy, purple and pink are your favorite colors? I was bad for years and years. I really was pink, way overboard with, I mean, everything. If it was pink, I had to have it. And I tried to get away from that just a little bit. I gotta mix it up a little bit. I still do love my pink, but okay, so there we are so far with that. And that's where my ribbon's going, up here. So any gaps that are here, that's gonna be covered up. You love my pink walls, yep. Yep, it didn't take me long to it did not take me long to pick that color out. All right, let me get my glue gun down here. we're going to add, I guess I really don't need these chenille stems up here if I'm going to add my flowers. So I'm going to make sure these are tied off good. Let me get this bow on here. All right, so we're going to clip those off. Here's my, it's got a little bit of pink, and it's got a little glitter on the ribbon, and then the purple, it's like a satin ribbon. So, and I tied that with another chenille stem. Now let me get this over here so you can see it a little better. And I'm just going to poke this down through the wire bars on the wreath form. Get it on there nice and tight. I did it by hand. I do have a bow maker downstairs, and it wasn't a big bow, so I thought, well, we'll just wing it by hand. And it worked good. Okay, so, and I'm going to trim off the tails when I'm done. And I'll dovetail those. Well, hello, Jim Ellis, my friend. You did catch me live. So I've got that tied on. And I'm going to just, if I can find the chenille stems that I tied that on there with, I'm going to make sure that that's tied well and snip that off and get those two out of my way. Okay, now my glue gun should be hot. And I'm going to do probably flowers down both sides. So I'm going to start with my, I think I got a piece of glitter. I'm going to start with my greenery and kind of take the two longer pieces that I have. Thank you. And lay those down first. And I just kind of build up a, I'm going to get these out of there. Well, we might, no, I don't think we're going to add any more to those. We've got plenty of flowers. So let's get these out of the way. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to glue these down. And these you can kind of bend a little bit. So that's good. I'm going to bend them, kind of follow the form. And you can't see what I'm doing if I move it way over there. And I'm still trimming off some of those tails that I know I'm not going to need. Bend this one to follow the shape of the wreath. Get that ribbon down out of the way. Hey Deborah, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. And I've got some more greenery. I'm going to put that down. And these I've just kind of sprigged off from the flowers themselves. But I like to add usually a couple different kinds of greenery just to fill it in. Take off another sprig of that. over. Holy purple. Gonna get some pink in there though, Deborah. It's coming. There's a little pink in the bow, but I'm gonna add some pink flowers. We're gonna throw a little pink in there. Thank you, Jim. All right. I'm gonna bring this greenery out a little bit more before I start laying my flowers on. And I just kind of switch back from side to side. Thank you, Yvonne. Checking my time. Oh yeah, I got plenty of time. That's good. I've done a couple of 30-minute events, and they're a little. I'm used to really trying to feed through them. So these are the two biggest flowers. So I'm going to put those right up next to the bow. Let me spin this around so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, and I'm going to put the glue. Put that right there. And to me, those flowers. Hi, Stella. I like those flowers. They looked nice and springy in the store. I'm going to tuck this one over here. On that side. And fluff up our bow a little bit. And I can put some greenery. Even more greenery. Thank you. Alright, and then we've got smaller pink. There's two large ones, two middle-sized ones, and two little pink ones. So they're going to get one of each of those on either side. Turn that around, hold it up a little bit so that you can see what I've got so far. And I'm going to have flowers coming down here, so I'm not going to need to twist anything else. The bottom part that I'm not putting flowers on, I'm going to add some ribbon. And I'm going to add some of these little, I found little tiny mirrors. Hi, Jude. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Karen. We want to make sure we've got that glued on there good. Okay. I'm going to add a little more greenery down under that. Thank you for spreading the love. I appreciate that. If you're new to watching and you'd like to do those 3 things, that would be wonderful. I really like this greenery. Is it's dainty. All right, and then we're going to put this bunch of flowers. The purple came with, I would call these thistle. So I'm going to add a couple of the purple thistle in. Get some purple. Let me move this over. Let me get this out of the way and move it over so that you can see what I'm doing, because you're ready for spring? Yes. Ready for spring decor? Yeah. Me too. I did winter this year instead of Christmas, so that's still up, and I was looking at that and thinking, that really needs to calm down. Tuck that one in. Okay, and then these look like little violets in the bunch that I bought. So we're gonna put and I'm just tucking them in underneath the leaves. They were white ones, and we have them grow. They grow out in the yard when the grass first starts to come up, and I hate to mow them down. They're so pretty. I live in Batavia, New York, in between Buffalo and Rochester. Oh, you saw a robin today? Ooh, hopefully that's a good sign. That would be wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and I've got a couple of little purple ones left. Hi, Nellie. Thank you for stopping. Yeah, Deborah, you're about 4 hours from me. Oh, you're a newbie from Tennessee? I love Tennessee. I've been there a couple times, and I would go back there in a heartbeat. I would go back there in a heartbeat. Went to the Grand Ole Opry a couple times. Opryland. Well, Marlene, you're not too far away. Niagara Falls is just a hop, skip, and a jump. All right, and then we've even got some like an off-white, and I'm just gonna tuck those in. Let's see, where do I want to tuck them in? Yes. Yesterday, where? Oh, yeah. Oh, today. You're down in Tennessee and you had 60s yesterday, and it's snowing today. Oh yeah, I love Lily of the Valley. When I was growing up, the neighbor across the road shared some, and that was maybe 50 years ago, and it just keeps right on going, and I love Lily. And it was one of my mom's favorites too. She loved the Lily of the Valley. Thank you, Marlene. Yeah, that is true. We've had strange weather up here though too. It's been an odd year all around. I mean, we have a lot of snow, but Actually, I think there's more than there's been more this year than there has been in a few years. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. I'm going to dovetail these ribbons now that I'm down to this point. I moved my I always kind of like to, I guess, leave this part till almost last, because then you can kind of see where everything's fallen. And you can always cut off a little more. Thank you, Marlene. You have lots of roses, lilacs, and oh yeah. Hi, Joan from Louisville. My mom must be with me today. That was my mom's name, Joan. So she's coming. She's got the Lily of the Valley thing going, and she's got a Joan on here. And I got the J name. Thank you. Yep. I got the J name in the family, so. All right, now I'm going to take some of this pink. And it's got a little glitter on it too. I'm gonna cut them. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll take the purple. I'm gonna really throw caution to the wind, and I'm gonna do pink and purple at the same time. How do we like that? Because I really think it needs a little pink. But I really think if I use the satin ribbon, okay, so I'm going to bunch this in the center, and this is easy. Actually, this is easy. This part is easier to do with a little wider ribbon. But I'm going to stick these in here, same chenille stems, because they'll hold their shape a little bit better if they're bigger. But I want to be able to glue those little mirrors on. Yeah, maybe I better cut those one at a time so they're not wonky. Hi, Debbie. First time watching, thank you. Dovetail these. Okay, now these little, actually these are a little tinier than I thought they were after I ordered them. I really need to pay attention sometimes to the dimensions of things on Amazon. Okay, and so these will just kind of puff up a little bit. I'm going to bend that chenille stem down out of the way, and I'm going to take these little mirrors and just put a couple on. Oh, thank you, Robin. It just takes practice. It really does. And this is just a little extra added bling to I had a part-time job. Well, I work full-time, but I had a part-time job at Michael's when they opened up a store here in Batavia. And they put me in the floral department. And I loved it. I mean, you got to go around, you got to go around the store, and when you were creating floral things, you just went up and down the aisle and picked whatever you wanted to work with and create whatever you wanted to do, and it was awesome. It really was. That was a very fun job. And I did that for about 3 years, and I thought, yeah, I just can't work 2 jobs. I just can't work 2 jobs anymore. But I met a lot of amazing people doing that, and we had a ceramic business for about 15 years, and that was a lot of fun. Poured our own molds, and met a lot of wonderful people doing that. That was a lot of fun. So on the last time around, when I'm tying in those bows, I'm snipping off the chenille stems, because I won't need those anymore. And I'm just tweaking these a little bit. Gluing the mirror on. I will admit, MJ threw me for a little loop when she said mirror. And I originally thought, oh, round mirror, I'll attach it in the center. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, you're near Letchworth? Oh. Yeah, Letchworth is. And the Dollar Tree in Batavia is nice. The one in Dansville is terrible. Yeah. Letchworth is gorgeous. I don't know if you know, and I don't want to put you on the spot. I think it's one of the wonders. I'm not sure. Wonders of the world, but it certainly is. It certainly is amazing. I've always wanted to take a balloon ride over Letchworth. Just haven't gotten there yet. Almost signed up last year, and then I thought, well, it gets kind of late. And oh, the Falls is. Yes, the Falls is a wonder of the world. Yes. Yeah, I haven't. The last time I went to the Falls, we went to that magic show for one of my girlfriend's birthdays, and that was an awesome time. You have a friend that does, oh, the balloons? Oh, cool. That would be neat. Of course, I'd probably get up there and I'd be afraid to death of the heights. And but, you know, you got to try it once. You know, I don't want to miss anything. My grandmother used to say, you know, you get one shot around. You don't want to miss anything. And I don't believe she did. Yes, that is a bummer. That is a bummer. Oh, you can't do it. We've gone to some balloon shows. Oh no, I'm going to run out of the purple. We're going to have to space this out a little bit. Well, we'll put it down here. I've been to some of the balloon shows. Hi, Michelle. And those are, you know, those are a lot of fun, just to watch them launch. And I say I'd like to do it. I I would like to think I was brave enough to try it, but well, that's okay, Michelle. Oh, and I'm sorry, there's another notification. I'm going to have to make myself a little note. And you'd rather skydive? Oh, I don't think so. I think I might need someone in the plane helping me out the door. Pretty sure that I could not do that. I don't know, maybe. I don't think so. All right, I got one more. That's right. Let's get this out of here because I'm not going to need that. Well, let's do the inside one. I've got a little piece of purple ribbon left, and I've got just a few minutes left to go, so I'm going to make it time-wise. Oh, I haven't heard that. The wind thing off the hill in Dansville. I think, was that where we went to the balloon show? I think it was. Thank you, Glenda. Okay, we're going to get this one in here. Thank you, Tanya. You bungee, we did, I did, not a bungee jump. I did the zip line, and I went with my one niece and her husband and my little great nephew, and Aunt Jan has bad knees. I didn't think about it. I mean, I was able to climb through everything. There was like a jungle gym in the trees and had no problem doing that. But that zip line, when you hit the ground and your feet are what's hitting the ground, is just, it was just, I would not do it again. Let's put it that way. They had fun. And I had fun, you know, climbing through the jungle gym part, but oh, they do go to Dansville with the balloons. I thought so. Yeah, I would not try zip lining again. No, I tried that once. That was good. I can mark that off the list. Not what bones I have. No. Well, this was a few years ago. Oh, it just, and the pain was like, ooh. It's just bad. No, I didn't think about it. Your knees take a big brunt, obviously, of that hit, and wow. My poor knees, I'm like, help me out. Thank you, Michelle. Laughter will get you through a whole lot in life. That's my theory. All right, so I've got my little tiny mirrors attached to. I might take a, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I trim off some more of the? Up next is, what did I do with that piece of paper? I had it. It's Yvonne from the Crafting Gammy community page. And that link is in my that I posted when I popped on. So in the little tiny mirrors, you really can't see them much, but they're there. I thought they were a little bit bigger. Thank you, Sheila. So what do you think? Should I trim off some more of these tails, or you like it that long, Karen? Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. My bad with the notifications again. Well, that's it then. So does anybody have any questions on how to put things together? Like I said, I'll go back through here. Maybe I have, yeah, I have a couple minutes. I can take this is the back side, obviously, and I'm just going to take where I trimmed the mesh to start with, and I'm going to glue it so I know it's not going to go anywhere. And that one too, I know somebody mentioned like a zip tie, and really you could use a zip tie on the first one and then you're sure that it's not going to, you're sure it's not going to let loose that way. And I've got enough of this light colored purple push through that I'm going to tie it in a little knot, and then I'm going to glue that down. Thank you, Valerie. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and you know, please follow along on the treasure hunt crafting, and because this is day 2 now, to day 3 is tomorrow, so there'll be more crafters on tomorrow. And I think they're on until, I don't remember the time, I almost think it's 8:30 tonight. So there's that. I've got a few minutes left. I don't want to get off here early, but I want to make sure that I thank MJ again for allowing me to participate. That's wonderful. It's really wonderful what she does with a lot of the newer crafters, and she gives us an opportunity to come on and create our things, and she's just wonderful. And Ange does the graphics for the pictures and the flyers, and I'm just amazed at the mirror. There's little teeny tiny mirrors, I don't know if you can see them, attached to the ribbon, the pink ribbon. And actually I could probably glue some here and there along but I thought they were a little bit bigger when I ordered them from Amazon. They're not, so so I'm just using them as we go. Yes, beautiful. And yeah, people go over to Treasure Hunt Crafting. The people that were on yesterday that did their crafts, you get to vote for your favorite craft yesterday. And then tomorrow, I would imagine they'll do the same today for the crafts that we did today. So you'll see pictures of all the crafts that were done yesterday, and you can vote for your favorite craft. And if you've enjoyed what I'm doing, please like, share, follow. I'm going to start doing a little St. Patrick's Day thing. Mine's going to be my last name is Ireland, and we're going to shake the shamrocks. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure.